Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this DIY I'll show you how to take this candle holder that I picked up from Goodwill and two plates that I picked up from Dollar Tree and make them into beautiful candle holders or even a base for a cake plate. Okay, let's get started. I've already cleaned my two plates, so what I want to do is go ahead and remove this label and clean this as well. Okay, before I get started, first thing I want to do is take some alcohol and a clean towel and clean around the top of my candle holder, inside as well. Make sure I remove all the oil or any possible debris. So now I'm going to clean the inside of one of the plates. Now this is going to go upside down like this. So I'm going to take my Gorilla Glue and put some around the rim. Now I'll center the plate right on top. And now I'm going to put some weight right on top and let that dry for about 2 hours. Come back and move on to the next step. Okay everyone, I'm back and I actually waited about an hour. So now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to glue this one on top. Again, I'm going to take some alcohol because I want a really good connection and clean the surface of both plates. They both touch right along the rim, so that's where I'm going to apply the glue. And now I'm going to center it on top. Again, I'm going to put some weight on top. Let this dry for about 3 hours and then I'll come back and move on. Okay, I'm back and it's actually the next day. As you can see, all three pieces are glued together. Alright, this top piece did slide a little bit, so just check it when you first glue it, like every 30 minutes, to make sure it stayed in place. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is add some acrylic diamonds. Alright, so I have these gems from Michaels. As you can see, it's a really huge pack of gems and they come in different sizes and a couple of different shapes. We have this one, these shapes, we have this, which is a larger version, and then we have this, that's a smaller version of this diamond. So what I'm going to do is take this particular diamond and glue it onto my plate. I'm going to take some Gorilla Glue and put a dot at the top and the bottom of the stone. As you can see, when I slid it in place, there's a little bit of glue here, so I'm going to let this sit for about 5 minutes and then clean that glue up. So what I like to do is just lay it on its side, just like that. So I'm going to let that sit for about 30 minutes. Come back and add 3 more. Alright, so that's how that looks. So now I'll turn it completely opposite way and put a stone right here. And now I'll lay that down and allow that to dry. Okay, I went ahead and kind of jumped ahead. As you can see, I have 4 of the diamonds put in place. So now what I want to do is put one between each set. Again, just put 2 drops of the glue. Again, I'm using Gorilla Glue. And just eyeball it or measure if you want to. So it'll look like this. So I'll put one here and continue to go around, which would be 1, 2, 3. So it'll be 4 more in all. So you're going to have 8 of these larger diamonds glued on here. Okay guys, I'm back, and as you can see, I'm done adding my large diamonds on my candle holder. So now I have some smaller ones from Dollar Tree. So what I'm going to do is place a small diamond right in the center. Now again, this is a DIY. If you don't want to do it this way, you don't have to. If you want to add more large stones, you can do that. I want to do mine this way. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to let the glue on these 2 set up. Then I'll continue to add more all the way around off camera. Come back when they're dry and then move on to the next step. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm completely done adding my diamonds. Now you can really stop right here if you want to. So I'm going to flip this over. Now I want to add some chandelier pendants to this piece. And because it's glass, there's no way for me to melt a hole into it or anything like that. So I came up with an idea a couple of years ago. And my idea was to use some square beads. These are from Walmart. They normally have them at Dollar Tree, but I couldn't find any. And they also sell them at Michaels. So in order to put these on, all you need to do is put some glue on your bead. And then I'm going to put them right here. I'm going to put one right behind each small diamond. Now making sure that the opening is on the side. Okay, I'm done. So I'm going to let these beads sit overnight. Come back tomorrow and complete the DIY. Okay guys, it's the very next morning. As you can see, the beads are in place really well. So what I want to do now is paint these beads silver. Here I have some silver metallic paint, and I got this from Michaels. But you can find like small containers of silver paint from Michaels as well, and I think even Walmart. So what I'm going to do is just dip my paintbrush into the top. I don't need much paint. Now I'm just going to paint the beads. And it might take a couple of coats. Just be real careful, try not to paint the plate. You can paint these ahead of time if you want to. So I'm going to let this first coat dry, come back in with a second coat. Okay guys, I'm back and all the beads are completely dry. I did do 2 coats on the beads. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is put some chandelier pendants on there. And I purchased these from Amazon. This is why this DIY is coming late. They were actually 3 days late arriving, so that put this DIY on hold. I actually do have some other chandelier pendants, but this time around I wanted to use a different shape. And these are the ones that I'll be using. What I'm going to do is just test the length. That's a little bit too long, so I'm going to take one link off and one of the beads. So now what I'll do is just open the jump ring and put it on the bead. Okay, just like that. Now you can attach anything to glass using these beads. I'm so happy that I came up with this idea because it works wonders. You don't have to use plastic anymore when you want to use chandelier pendants. You can use whatever glass you want. Anything that you can glue these beads onto will allow you to attach chandelier pendants. Isn't it smart? Okay. So yeah, I actually did a collab with some other YouTubers a while back. And I wanted to get this out there. We call it the BIB, and it stands for Bling It, baby. And maybe I'll give it a new name. I don't know, but it's something I came up with. Yeah. So I'm going to continue to put these on. And then move on to the next step. We're almost done, guys. And there we have it. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. I'm so happy I went with this shape. Okay, so we're not done. Now, you can actually see these beads, so I'm going to show you how to cover that up. Here I have my glue gun and my rhinestone tool, and I have some rhinestones. On the outside of the bead, put a little bit of hot glue, and then put a rhinestone over it, like so. If you want to put a rhinestone on the bottom, you can, but you really won't need it. Okay, now that problem is solved. So now I'll show you a few different ways that you can use this. So hold on tight. Okay, like I said, I'm back to show you a few different ways that you can use this. You can use this as a stand. Here I have a mirror that I found at the Salvation Army. You can also find round mirrors like this at Michaels. So yeah, if you want to use it as a base, you can do that. So I have a Dollar Tree mirror that I'm going to go right in the center. And that's going to cover the beads. So if you decided you want to cover those and use like a clear plate on top. I actually found 2 of these at Goodwill. Everything I get I spray with alcohol, and as you can see I've already sprayed the label. It was only $2.99. So if you want to use a clear top, just glue the mirror in the center, worry about the beads being seen. Or you could also just put some rhinestones right over where the beads are being seen on top of the plate as well. So it's up to you guys. Let me put this back on here. I really like the way that looks. Look at that, that's gorgeous. The only thing is this plate has a green tint to it. I'm going to clean the inside. Okay, so with that established, I'm going to glue this mirror in the center. I've already cleaned the inside with alcohol. So I'm going to remove the tabs. Okay, so this is ready. It's cleaned with the alcohol, and I've removed the label and cleaned the bottom of this with alcohol as well. Again, I have my Gorilla Glue, and I'm going to put it on the mirror. Now just center it. Now I will allow the glue to set up on the mirror, and then come back and let you guys see what it looks like on display. And here's my completed candle holder. And of course I have 2. It wouldn't be right if I didn't have a set. As you can see, I used some string lights to light the base, and I also added some decorative flowers from Dollar Tree and a candle. If you would like to see how I added the string lights, the flowers, and the candle, then leave a comment below. This candle holder is absolutely stunning and is perfect for a wedding. Now if you're not planning a wedding, it would also work in your home, no matter what your decor style is. If you're a glam girl, you can add more bling to it. I chose not to because I think it doesn't need it. If you're more into a modern style home, it also works with that. If you're more into farmhouse and like a little bit of glam, a little bit of elegance, then just paint the base white and distress it a little bit, and you'll be done. The bottom line is that this is a DIY, so you can make changes to it to make it more pleasing to you. Here I have it displayed with some beautiful pink flowers that I found at Family Dollar. Again, if you'd like to see how I added the flowers, the string lights, and the candle, comment below and I'll make a video showing you how to recreate the look. This completes my DIY. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Please don't forget to share and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.